Hey guys, welcome to another edition of VG Facts 5 Trivia, a show where we tell you about 5 pieces of trivia on different topics. This episode, we're going to take a look at trivia for 5 different PlayStation RPGs. So in no particular order, let's take a look. First up is Koudelka, a bit of an obscure title for the PlayStation. Based in Wales and using a relatively unique battle system for its time, the game was plagued with internal conflict amongst the developers during production. Hiroki Kikuta, the game's designer, had allegedly studied over 100 books on British history and would often take the design team on multiple trips to Wales in order to give them a better sense of the environment that the game was based in. Kikuta wanted to take the RPG genre in a new direction and move away from any standard formula. Other members of the team wished to create something closer to the work that Squaresoft, now known as Square Enix, had been creating. Kikuta didn't want to take this approach and felt the game should be more action-orientated, citing Resident Evil as a major influence on how he wanted the game to feel. After the game was released, Kikuta left the team behind the game. Koudelka is one of only 2 games he worked on that were released in the Western market alongside Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo, to which he composed the soundtrack of. Audio for the game Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete is stored in a common PlayStation sound format known as a .xa file. These files can now be played using a number of different applications on a computer. Within the audio data for the game is a monologue from the game's main antagonist, Zofar, talking about the joys of cheating, attempting to convince the listener that they are evil enough to have a place by his side if they find enjoyment in ripping XA audio files out of games. Here's the clip in full.
You. I see what you're doing. Ripping XA audio from the CD, illegally listening to it without legitimately finishing the game. You wanted to hear those outtakes so bad, you couldn't wait. I like that. Cheating is good. You know, when you cheated on that test in school and thought nobody was looking, I saw it, and I remember. When you lied to your parents and you thought you got away with it. You didn't. But I liked it. And now you're cheating with XA audio. Where does it stop? It doesn't. That's the best part. I have a place just for you. A nice warm place right at my side.
In Mega Man Legends 2, it's possible to alter the appearance of Mega Man through the use of various cheat codes. These codes can switch out his character model with the models of Roll, Tron, Bon, Glide, Gats, or Matilda. There's also an alternate outfit for Mega Man in which he wears his apron. The reason that these codes exist was explained on the game's official Japanese website, where they state that some characters were planned to be made playable. This idea was ultimately left out of the game due to time constraints, as the game had been tailored around using only Mega Man. Using these codes causes no change in gameplay and is purely cosmetic. During the early stages of Chrono Cross's development, the character role of Guile was originally supposed to be played by the character Magus from the previous game in the series, Chrono Trigger. This was revealed in an interview with Masato Kato, the game's director, in which he stated that Guile was originally supposed to be Magus in disguise. The idea was dropped after the team decided to include a multitude of playable characters. Masato stated, "We thought it would have been impossible to portray the relationship with Magus and Sharla adequately in this game." Ultimately, the designs they had made for Guile were altered to resemble Magus less and less until they felt the character would be respected as an entirely new character within the game's universe. Once Chrono Trigger DS was released, a new ending was added that could suggest that Guile is in fact Magus, but with no memory of who he is or his power, only that he must find something special to him. The themes and setting of the game Wild Arms, in which traditional Western stories were used alongside that of fantasy, were heavily influenced by not only American Westerns but also the manga Trigun, created by Yasuhiro Naitao. The lead character of the series, Vash the Stampede, actually makes a small cameo appearance in the second game in the series, Wild Arms Second Ignition. Hanging on the wall of Marina's bedroom is what appears to be a picture of Vash, a nod to the origins of the Wild Arms series. That's all for today, but why not subscribe to the Did You Know Gaming channel or follow us on Facebook and Twitter? Have an idea for a list? Leave a comment and let us know. Who knows, we may just pick up on it. While you're at it, why not take a look at some of our other videos?